Wow. My first proper carrot. Very nice. Mosquitoes. Ooh, wow. Is this ready? Yes. Let's see if I have any over here. I should have thinned them out. Wow, it's a nice one too. Oh, here's one. Very nice. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, nice. Oh wow, that one's split. Wait, which one is this? Oh wow. This is the reason why I let this grow so big. I wanted to make this zucchini bread. So let's see how it goes. I've seasoned the tomatoes. So I'm just going to put these in the dehydrator.
Écoutez-le, il y a 6 mois il ne faisait que des soupes et maintenant...
Menu requis. Il y avait la...
I'm also going to put some apple slices in. Alright, I ended up with 3 trays of apples and I put tahini on here. I just want to experiment. The first batch I made, I just put cinnamon and some other spices. I'm going to put the tomatoes on top. So these are done, and my apple slices, don't fall. My apple slices are also ready. They don't come out crunchy or crispy. And I don't know if putting it on a higher temperature would make it crunchy. But I'm gonna have some of this on my breakfast. Sourdough bread with my chia seed jam. That's right here. And the second part of my sourdough slice, I've got my almond cheese, which is right here. Sun-dried tomatoes that I just did. Cucamelons that I pickled last year. Banana peppers that I pickled last year, all from my garden. And then some cowboy candy that I pickled this year and canned. It's right here. I just opened the can because I finished the other one. So this is what I'm having for breakfast, and then my apples that I dehydrated last night. Oh my god, it's so good. Carrots from my garden, peppers from my garden, okra, not the cabbage, I wish, but in the fall maybe. And I'm getting ready to make my dinner, which is just gonna be cabbage, sauteed cabbage. I make really good cabbage. Alright you guys, I hope I am looking in the right place. So to wrap up my backyard garden to kitchen table video, I just want to show a couple of things that didn't make it into the video. So my crackers that I made, I wanted to show them before I polish this off. But these were made out of 3 ingredients: almond flour with flaxseed, and flaxseed, that's it, flaxseed egg. And it was my first time making this, but I put some coconut flour on it and it added a little bit of sweetness to it. So these are really, really good. Anything that I mention I will link in the description down below. So I've been eating these plain or with my this is almond cheese. What I did was it's almond flour, and I put some water in it and let it sit overnight, and then the next day, I didn't strain it or anything. The next day I put garlic, fresh garlic, and then I added fermented kumquat and fermented lemon in it. You don't have to use fermented lemon. I just did it because I had them in my refrigerator. But you can just use garlic, lemon juice, or apple cider vinegar and whatever spices you want for your cheese. And it's really tasty. So these are really good, and again I'll link everything in the description below. I also made apple slices, which I don't remember if it's in the video or not. These are also very good. The apples I got for free because they were being thrown out, so I peeled the outer part off and I made a big old thing of apple juice, and these were left over. The other thing that I didn't show, still haven't made my Hello Cowboy candy. This is from before. I made 2 batches and this is the second one that I opened. I do have some peppers left, so I'm gonna do some fermented jalapeno with honey because I just saw that online, so I'm gonna do that instead. What else? My potatoes are here. I haven't eaten them yet, so I'll be eating those for dinner one night this week. The leftover apples, I'm trying to make apple cider vinegar for the first time, so the leftover apple inside I just put some water and some sugar. This has a cover, and I'm just gonna put this away in a dark place. I had it in a smaller jar and it flowed over, but I'm gonna put this in a dark place for maybe 3 weeks, I think. The video that I watched to make it, I'll also link that down below. My carrots, I did make cabbage. You may have seen that in the video. So these are leftover carrots, and I don't know if you guys are hip to storing your veggies in water. They last a really, really long time. So because when I pick these long beans, I don't have enough to make my meal, so I just stick them in the water, and I started putting my burgundy bush beans in here as well. And then just change the water every couple of days. You can use the water on your plants. So I've been doing that, and less food goes to waste, and I don't think any of us are in a position to waste food at the moment. Right, so these are gonna be for dinner one day this week. Let's see what else I haven't shown. As far as Sunday goes, I want to make sure I talk about all the things on Sunday. On Sunday, I also made the squash relish, zucchini relish with the yellow and the yellow one that I picked and some of the green ones. I put it in here hot, and I'll also link the video down below. It's a long video, but I'll tell you where it starts. I put this in the jar hot, and it didn't seal, so I did boil it, and I canned it in hot water bath for I think 10 minutes, and so now it's sealed, right? I had 1.5 of this, and I ate half of the other half with my dinner last night. Yep, so that was from my garden harvest. This was from my garden harvest. I didn't harvest any kale when I did my in this video, but I do have a big kale back there, or had, because I've cut it down since, because it had a lot of white flies. But I did ferment kale and carrots for the first time, and I had some with my dinner last night as well. That's pretty good. The tomatoes that I dehydrated, I had some on my breakfast. These are really good. This with my cheese. I think I would mix it up with the cheese to soften them a little bit. Really, really tasty. Sorry. When I took these out of the dehydrator, they weren't crunchy. They were dehydrated, but they weren't crunchy. Sorry. Now they have a little crunch to them. And like I said, I put tahini on here. I didn't mean to come on here and start eating. Kind of wanted you to get the crunch, idea of crunch, if you're into that. Yeah, these are really good. I can't believe that I just learned how to make these. You know when you're craving like Cheez-Its or something, like you can just make your own. I have a giant watermelon radish in my backyard that I didn't harvest in this video because I'm trying to let it go to seed so I can get some seeds, but it's taken a really long time, and the thing has gotten massive. But this is one of them that I harvested and fermented. Pretty good. When I have like plantain or sauce or anything, I just cut it up in there, and then pretty sure it would be good on bread with cheese. These are cucamelons from last season that I fermented, and every now and then I'll just put one in some type of sauce that I'm having. And these are my own banana peppers as well that I harvested from last year. And every now and then I'll just put one in something that I'm eating. So I took this out of the refrigerator just to show that I'm storing my things in water because they last longer. Red onion that I've pickled. Garlic honey from 2 years ago. Every now and then, like if I feel like I'm coming down with something, I just take one of these out and eat it. Really good. This is my, you've seen the blackberry chia seed jam. Oh, almost forgot. My zucchini bread. Whoops. Almost forgot my zucchini bread. Some of my footage, I can't find some of my footage. I don't know. I've been trying to delete things as soon as I transfer them to my hard drive. And I don't know where they are. So they're not on my phone, they're not on the hard drive. But zucchini bread, I've cut up both of them and put them in the freezer so I don't eat like a whole loaf in one day. So yeah, I've only had 3 or 4 slices since Sunday, and today is Wednesday. So that'll last for a while. Here's something interesting. I made watermelon honey. It's called watermelon honey. You just take watermelon juice and reduce it all the way down. I think, didn't mean to do that. I think this will be good like on pancakes. I haven't tried it yet, but it's been in the fridge now for about 2 weeks, so I think I may need to freeze it because I don't want it to go bad. What else? I talked about this. I have lemons that I fermented like 2 years ago in salt. I've got apple on Sunday. The apple juice that I made, I canned it because I just want to see how long I can keep it and what it'll taste like after a while. So that's why I canned that, and I have a couple of other things canned over here. So since my first harvest of Brussels sprouts, and I'll insert a clip of the really sad Brussels sprouts that I grew a couple of years ago. Ever since I made pickled frog's eggs with those, I've been doing that, and I'm down to my last jar right now, so I need to make another one, but these are really good. And this is my first time I fermented green tomatoes and canned it. These are sealed, as you can see, so they should last a while. I don't have the date written on here, but I have it on video of when I created it. I can go back. That's one thing I need to do, start dating them. So that's pickled, and then I also have carrots. These are good with capers and like cheese, like fake smoked salmon. What else? And the last thing I wanted to talk about is this fire cider that I made December 14th, 2021. I've just tasted it once, but I need to strain this out. I'm kind of searching for a fancy jar at the thrift store so I can keep that when I strain it. But the one thing before I go that I wanted to mention, I think if you do have space, you should start growing things. I mean, it's the hot thing right now. I'm not doing it because it's hot. I've always wanted to garden, always. And because of the pandemic, I finally had time because I was working from home to garden. But I haven't, since the start of the pandemic, I haven't been sick. Well, I hadn't been sick until about 2 weeks ago. I'm working summer school, and one of the kids kept sneezing on me and not covering their noses and their mouth. So I came down with a cold. I tested for COVID several times, never tested positive. I took 2 home tests, it never came back positive. So I haven't been sick except for that one time 2 weeks ago. And I think a lot of that has to do with my gut health, all of the fermented things that people have been doing from long ago. I think it's working for me. And lastly, on Sunday I also made sauerkraut. I always have some of that in my refrigerator. So yeah, that's it. I've been making soda as well. I made strawberry soda. My favorite soda is a tamarind soda. If I can find, I'll insert an image of the tamarind soda that I like. And I finally made tamarind soda at home. It's so good. See? And when I pour it out, it's fizzy like soda. It's so good. So you can make your own. Oopsie. You can make your own sodas at home, your own bread, all of these things. Get into it. Anyway, that's my video. I know I haven't put out a really long video in a long time, and I hope somebody finds this useful. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.